Hello everybody, Hyper Mario Sunshine here, and today we're going to go over a port that just came out yesterday, and that is Skullgirls Second Encore. So yes, this game finally came to Nintendo Switch after a very long demand for it to come to Nintendo systems for a while. People wanted it on the Wii U, people wanted it on the 3DS because the Vita had it as a handheld version, and obviously when the Switch came out, people wanted it as well. This game, I bought it for the PS4 and my PC on Steam, and it's really good. I've enjoyed it, but let's see how the Switch port compares. So obviously, everything still runs amazingly. Let's head to... It still has everything from, it has all the DLC unlocked from the original, and it has basically all the modes that you can expect, all the extras, the story modes, etc. Has online play, so I'm pretty sure there's people playing online right now. And this game has a lot to offer for Nintendo Switch fans who have not yet played the game before, or are looking to get into fighting games. And this is a really good fighting game to get into. For anybody, you could play this with however you want. You play it 1v1 like traditional fighter, or tag team like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, or most two-team based tag games like Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, or King of Fighters, because King of Fighters was the first game series to do that. And then there's three, obviously, like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, DBFC. I mean, this game actually came out before DBFC, but still, like those games of three fighters like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 3, etc., etc. So yeah, this game's pretty great. I loved it quite a lot when I was when I was first introduced to it, and I finally got it on my PS4 and then eventually my PC when I got it upgraded. Also, like any sport, obviously you could justify your controls to your Switch, or you could use any control. You could use your GameCube control, but I don't really recommend it, especially because of how weird the button layout is. I do recommend a Pro Controller, your Joy-Cons, or even an arcade. Maybe there's a possible arcade stick that can be USB or something, or connected. I'm pretty sure those would work on here as well. It's a really good port, but there is a few bugs I do have to warn about. Let's actually see if it does pop out. I do main Valentine, actually. She's one of my main characters, like Strider Valentine. Let's throw in Beowulf. Beowulf is actually another character that I really like using. Actually, no. Let's use Miss Fortune. I really like Berserker Parage. I'm going to use her Makoto ult. Alright, so let's say... Yeah, like that. So, when picking characters, especially on the opposite team, it's been doing that, and it does that very loud, echoing sound, and both of the sound effects play at the same time. And it's very weird. And obviously, like any game, the Switch port does have a few bugs. It's not the only bug that I've seen so far. I've also seen on Twitter people posting this bug as well. I'm pretty sure that it's going to get patched. Also, when I was playing the story mode, there wasn't anyone speaking. Usually there's voice acting, and I don't know why that wasn't on. So I literally checked the settings and everything. Usually it's supposed to be automatically on, and I don't know why it wasn't. So that might be a bug as well, so beware of that. So there will likely be a patch for both of those. As for gameplay, I love this game. It's actually the first ever traditional fighter that I really got into. And a lot of people were recommending people to get it. I remember when this was announced, this was something I was really excited for, and it doesn't upset. If they fix the bugs, I'll enjoy it a lot more. Usually I just 1v1ing in this game, but it's a really great game. It's a really great for beginners. There's a lot of things that you could really get into when it comes to this game. Obviously it's there's a bunch of characters, with some familiar movesets. They have, a bunch of costumes as well. Oh, I accidentally used a bit of my meter. Oh, I forgot the input for this. Yeah, we're showing off some gameplay. So far, none of the things that I noticed are appearing. There we go. There's Berserker Parage. But yeah, it's very fun, good beginner friendly. Like, there's a lot of good tutorials. This game has like some of the best tutorials, honestly. And literally, it's very underrated in my opinion. Especially the cast. It's a very colorful cast, and it has a lot of personality. So a lot of casuals will love this game for its story. A lot of these characters have like some really good story mode. It's got an arcade mode for those who like the arcade. It's got like obviously like challenge mode, and it's actually is really challenging. There is some extras too, like concept art galleries, and obviously like contributors, that those who were supporting the game. And some of these costumes are actually what people wanted. So it's a really good game. It inspired quite a few other indie games to get their own fighting game. I believe one game that uses it is them fighting herds, and uses the same like hand-drawn art style. It uses I think the same engine too, if I'm remembering correctly. I think a few others used it as well. I think like a bunch of indie fighters started popping out like after this game. Like this game was basically the ground of it. So if anybody is interested, like any Nintendo fans who have not tried it on any other platform, I would definitely recommend buying this. Even if you have purchased Skullgirls and you loved it and you play on like your PC, your PS4, your Xbox One, etc. Well, I'm not sure if the Xbox One version's out yet though, actually. But if you play it on any other device, I definitely recommend getting the Switch version too. If you just want to play it on the go, honestly, if you just like hang out with your friends and your friends, just want to play some Skullgirls, maybe, I don't know. But really good port. It just needs a few bug fixes, like for example, the single player story mode does not have voice acting for some reason. I literally the first one I popped in was Peacocks, and I didn't hear any of the characters speaking. I literally only heard the music, and actually sometimes the music stops too in the middle of fights. Like it wouldn't play the full song, so that's a little something off too that I noticed. But I bet you that they're gonna patch out these bugs. This game was definitely worth the wait on the Switch, so I can't wait for it to get better and get patched. So yeah, I definitely give Skullgirls Second Encore a definite recommend if you haven't played, or if you want to play again on another console or any device. This is definitely the way to go. Skullgirls on the go. And I'm pretty sure after Indivisible is like done with everything, they're probably gonna make a Skullgirl sequel, if anything. That's what people have been wanting, and it's finally getting the respect that it deserves. So hopefully we'll see a Skullgirls sequel. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and if you guys want to support the game, definitely buy it. And they have Indivisible 2. I haven't purchased that yet from Lab Zero, but maybe sometime in the future I'll buy it, see how it is. It's like the same art style, except it's an RPG, so I'm pretty sure it has like a huge colorful cast too. They've been working on that for years too. So yeah, peace out everybody. Love my videos with the like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it, and we'll